Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We got a list of 10 properties, and there's some very nice, especially single-car detached homes. But before we get to that, we'll get to the one on Maple here. Actually, two on Maple, both on the 4th floor, which is obviously my favorite floor. There's nice high 12-foot ceilings, so you'll see that's the common party room right there. But yeah, look how high that is. It just has a real nice lofty feeling. It does slope down as you get into the rest of the home. Whereas by the time you get here, it's probably more of an 8-foot ceiling. This one looks good. It's a 1-bedroom plus a den, and you've got your laundry there. And then if you go further down for the same price, this one just listed as well. 410 is the floor. You've got a decent view here. Not quite as upgraded if you look inside here, and it's a 1-bedroom. Now the other 1-bedroom is about a 10 by 10 room, and this one here is like a 13 by 10. They could have done a far better job cleaning this one up. Just little things, taking the laundry soap off the top there. I mean, not even opening the door, just kind of putting the camera up against it, cleaning up the gym and everything else. It all would have made a big difference. Even this little case just off to the side. All little things, but they all matter. And I've said this before, I'll say it probably many times before we're done with Milton Daily Homes. How you live in a home is not how you sell it, number one. And number two is your first showing is online. Doesn't matter how you slice it, that's what's going on these days. Now, the next one up is Clark Boulevard. It's at 409 880, and it's actually, there's a lot of stuff at 409 right now, so the 880 does make a difference because it's probably leaping ahead of probably 3 or 4 of them at the 409.9 or 900. 999, that kind of stuff. So smaller home, it's called a Baker model. It has 1 full bathroom upstairs. The 2 bedrooms are pretty decent sized. Then there's a third smaller one that's good for an office or anything like that. At first I thought this was a painting, and I go, wow, it's amazing how they, and then I realized it's a mirror. So anyways, so I don't know if you sort of had that little mental hiccup, but there's just 1 full room here. It's got hardwood floors, hardwood staircase, and then there's the kitchen. Same feedback as I had yesterday. If you've got one appliance that's mismatched, it's mostly a financial certainty that you would be far better off from a return on investment of actually matching them all up, because you know the buyer's sitting there going, yeah, I'm going to have to fix that. Much easier if you do it as a landlord and create that good positive impression. So overall, it's you know, Clark Boulevard, a little bit busier street, but what we find is that lately, and I would say lately, the last year and a half, we really haven't seen the adjustment made for being on Clark, being on Scott Boulevard. I have seen in the past in many markets before the last couple years where you do make an adjustment for being on a busier street. Anyhow, 409 is a very, very attractive price. I don't think that one's going to last very long at all. We got one on Bonin for 409.9. This one to me is underlisted. I think it's a great deal. Yes, you're going to have to paint the walls. You do have a darker colored floor, so you have a little bit of a dining room right here, and then you've got a bigger family room, and the kitchen, changing the hood fan. Again, that's a little thing. It's not even an appliance. Probably cost you between $50 and $100 for a half decent one. Even a black one, if you have stainless steel, it's all going to work out. So it's a nice open plan, and the dark hardwood stairs. This is a 4-bedroom. It's got a walkout balcony. Really, really good stuff. This one is going to fly off the shelf. Absolutely. Duncan Lane is at 424.9. And it's a Robindale. If you look up Heathwood Robindale on Google, you'll find the floor plan. About 1,600 square feet. They do have a 2-piece bathroom in the finished basement, and they're looking for an October 19th possession. Now, one on this street that was pretty nice sold for $420, and that was a couple months ago. So I think at $424.9, they're definitely in the right range, but they gotta bring the heat. There's no photos, so if it looks good inside, it's got some good upgrades, and it's a Heathwood home, so you know the basic element is better than probably most of the listings. They're going to do well. So Vickerman is at $469. It is Poddington, 1820 square feet, California shutters, no hardwood floors. The fireplace is nice. I even like the raised mantle. It just gives it a little something different. Most of them are sort of flat, flush on the ground. Good looking kitchen too. The backsplash really complements everything. You've got a bay window so you can tuck a table into there. And great job by the builder to actually put that little extra bay window. It has a huge difference, or a huge effect, I should say. Complaint on this one, the master bedroom closet's a little bit small, but the ensuite looks pretty good, and at $469, I think it's definitely the right price. Cobbin is at $495, and pretty impressive to find a double car garage for this price. And it's about 2,000 square feet, plus they've got a finished basement. And you can see the crown moldings here. That's the room above the garage, so you can see the walkout door to the balcony if you look at the front shot. And then the bedrooms are around there. So you do have on your main floor a living dining room, plus you've got that finished basement, so there's lots of space for people to hang out. You could maybe have the kids play video games upstairs, or younger kids play in the upper family room, and just make a mess and your company won't see it, and have your main floor be a little bit more of the formal side. Yeah, it's nice. You know, it's definitely set up well. It looks like they've done a good job finishing the bathroom downstairs, and 36 by 85 foot lot. So overall, I do like this one a lot. I think it has a lot to offer. Cavell is at $499, so we've got two heavy hitters for single car detached homes. You can see it's a little bit of HDR photography. Nice effect. I think it brings out the best qualities in this home. Front living dining with the hardwood floors. And because it's a corner, we don't see a lot of these, but you have this whole extra window right here. And it almost looks like the way the couch is set up, that people almost like to look out there. And Cavell is full of bigger homes. Mostly it's the 56-foot homes with the double garage. And so this one here being on it's a smaller home. It's still on a 54-foot wide lot. The kitchen has some good upgrades. The basement looks like it's been done very tastefully. And, you know, usually when we see homes like this in this size category and this style, usually you're getting a bit of a premium lot for the extra push up to the high 4s or 5s, but this one looks so nice, and the basement's done so well. I think they have a real shot. And then we got another one here, excuse me, on McNeil, and it's around the same size as the previous one. Again, very, very well done. Impressive front living dining. You've got your kitchen that opens up to the family room. And they've done this nice, impressive little sort of serving area right here. And I think that that's the right size and scale for this home. The previous one's a little bit bigger than this one, but this one has a lot to offer too. And you can see a finished basement and a little bit more landscaping in the back on this. Nice trees, privacy. They've used the term zen in the description. I don't know if there's a lot of grass for the kids to play, but this home is walking distance to probably 2 or 3 parks, so it does have pretty good access to green space as well. So it'll be interesting to see. Once you cross 5, it's a totally different arena, and you can even see the one on Cobbin, a double garage with a fair bit to offer. For less than 5, there's still, if you need that double garage, people start hitting too far into the 5s, and they start competing with that stuff. Tupper's at $566.9, and there's a finished basement. I don't have a lot in terms of pictures to go by, but I can look and say, granite counter in the kitchen. It's probably about 2,200 square feet. And you've got a family room on the 2nd floor. You've got that finished basement, like I said, with the laminate floors. And it said the people paid $25,000 extra. I assume it's going to be addressed in the photos. But where I think it is on Tupper is it's probably backing onto some of this green space right here. There's Bishop, or whatchamacallit, St. Anthony of Padua School, not the high school, it's an elementary school. And then most of the middle part of this subdivision is all green space. So you've got this sort of ravine set up here. We're going to start to see a little bit more heavy development around this location in terms of condos and things like that. But you've got some good open space around this home, and I think that's definitely a very positive thing. So going back to the listing, you figure a basic home is probably selling in the low 5s. Put the finished basement on, put the lot premium, $566.9. Actually looks pretty decent. So wait for the photos. You can check the link down below this video, and it's updated in real time. So as soon as those pictures come up, you're going to see them right on the link. So have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow with more Milton Daily Homes.